Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rapture. Hope you're having a lovely day today. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 13, gang. Holy smokes. That's wild. Last we left off, our crew got together and started to lay their plans to basically handle how they were going to end, but also fix the world in their own individual ways. They said their goodbyes, they made their teams, but as they began to do that, we saw these purple tendrils making their way towards the tower. And we're going to pick up, you know what? Why don't we roll for it? Let's see that. Okay. Toby and Brooke. Fringe and Lily.
God damn it.
That's big.
What does the cottage look like?
You want me to?
Yeah.
It's small. It's cozy. It's not like cramped. Very kind of classic house in the countryside. Lots of sort of flower fields outside, almost excluded from the rest of society. So it's just fields of nature, and sort of a thatched roof, a little brick house. Round windows, a little kind of green door that Lily's painted, with a sort of plaque on the doorway that has their names on it. But yeah, it's small. It's well cared for. Yeah.
Okay. So you know this evening the two of you are having your friends over. So what would the two of you be getting up to during the day?
I think absolutely in preparation for our friends coming over, we have to have a full set, especially of all of their favorite foods. I think that Lily has kept a small journal that they keep on a bookshelf next to the hearth that is just chronicling all of their friends' favorite things. So I think... Yeah, I think we're just cooking in the kitchen. I think that flour has become a bit of a war zone. I think she ducks under the kitchen island and just sprays Fringe with a puff of flour. I think it's become more of a game than it is actually getting anything done, but there's something in the oven, so we have to wait for it anyway.
Fringe has been trying to set the table for the last 2 hours, and they've set out sort of knives and forks in the way that they've been told that's kind of how it is, and they've got about 5 forks in their setting, and then a normal number of forks for everyone else, and they're all kind of hobbledy-gobbledy kind of put together pieces of cutlery, so it's all flavored for each person. So there's a plate with roses on it, there's a paper cup for Unmei. Lots of sort of little things out on the table, and they've put a little bunch of flowers in the middle and tried to make it look nice, and now they're covered in flour and kind of looking over the counter.
Okay. So you've set the table, you're cooking. Is there anything else specific you guys want to do?
I thought you asked me to look nice, and now I have to change.
I asked you to look nice because you always look nice.
They kind of dust themselves off, and there's just this cloud of flour. Will anyone notice?
I don't think so. Kind of matches the aesthetic anyway. Kind of.
I'm gonna kind of brush some of it off of their shoulder, and then just kind of smear it across the front of your shirt with one hand. Now we match.
You're silly. You can change if you want. I just thought maybe... I don't know. I like these kinds of battles.
They're easier to clean up.
They are.
Dust a little bit.
kind of take the lapels of your vest and just start straightening it out a little bit. It's gonna be cooking for a little while longer. Amaris likes really fancy food. Really, really fancy food. I didn't know you could have something with that many layers. I didn't even know how to laminate dough before today, but now I do. And hopefully it doesn't suck.
I do not know what that means.
There's butter involved, and butter's good, so I think it'll be good no matter what. And I just hope you like
it. Good. I'm gonna kiss her kind of on the forehead. I am going to get changed.
Okay, have fun.
And they float. Probably it's like a one-story place. There's no stairs. They're gonna float into another room to kind of try and find something a bit more appropriate to wear.
She takes the dish towel and she thwaps their lower back as they leave. Like right under the
go.
legs.
And as you thwap Fringe in the back and Fringe goes to go change, the camera kind of pans over to the sea. And Hulda, would you mind describing to me what the cottage looks like?
I love that we all have cottages, apparently. That's just a thing now. So it is a very quaint, little like what rich people call a holiday house, if that makes sense, but like more humble. Definitely right by the sea. There's like, you can see the lighthouse not far away, and this like beautiful white beach, and there's just like almost this internal summer, but not that kind of summer weather that's like exhausting, but like perfect all of the time. And I like to think that it's kind of like an eternal sunset there as well, just that golden hour always kind of bathes and washes over the landscape.
And what are you getting up to?
I think she just I like to think that she has a little garden outside with loads of little herbs, and as she like walks out like barefoot, she kind of touches the plants and they just start growing, and she is in complete control of her powers. As she also walks, like the little hermit crabs that kind of come out from like the sand and just start following her, and more little creatures just kind of magnetized around her, like butterflies and everything, as she just goes around and like picks up seashells and just looks at the ocean.
Okay. This evening you're supposed to go over to Fringe and Lily's house. So how would you prepare?
I think she goes like closer to kind of where like the cliffs are, where she can like find more like grass and stuff, and she just touches the ground, and like from the ground like sprouts this like beautiful like array of flowers, and she just starts picking them and starts like making a bouquet. And I like to, that would be really cute if she also has like a little cider press. I like to think maybe she has like an apple tree and she goes and like collects some like bottles from that to like bring as well. So she has a basket where she puts like the bouquet of flowers and some bottles of cider. It would be cute if she also has honeys. She most likely would have honey as well, like honeybees. So she has like little jars of honey.
Okay. And where's your husband?
Well, he's probably inside. I don't know what he would do though, because he's his own person. But he's probably, she goes inside and sees him by himself. I don't know what he's doing. Alec, you can choose.
So presently, I think he's probably preparing it. He's got an apron on that you bought him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely says kiss the cook.
Mm-hmm,
Absolutely.
100%. And he's making a cake for the evening. And he turns to you kind of with like with a fork with a piece of it, and he goes, "Would you mind trying to see if it's any good?"
Mm-hmm. And she like eats it like, oh no.
Is it bad?
Oh, I think that's the best one you've ever done. Sweetheart, I don't think you'll be able to top this. Oh, that's awful. I think genuinely this is the best cake you've ever made. What are we going to do about this? We're going to give them to other people?
Should we keep it?
I mean, we will be sharing it either way, but we can always like get.
I could make a not as good one.
No, that would be cruel.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
but let's just bring this one. However, I got some edible flowers, and she goes and like puts a couple on the cake.
Oh,
Perfect.
now it's perfect.
Mm-hmm. And she goes and kisses him, and like, okay, so it's not. Is it supposed to be like fancy, or is it just casual?
Well, I don't know. I believe Fringe and Lily they said we're all gonna get together like we do every year. So it might be.
Yes, but Amaris is probably going to be in like ball gown or something,
Right.
and then
Damn it.
Fringe is I don't know. Unmei.
Unmei, I don't.
It's Unmei.
I'm not quite sure
Me neither.
Who knows what they'll show up? Well, because Chrona and Amaris will probably dress up quite nice.
That's true.
Yes. So maybe we'll go for the middle.
Okay, we'll go middle. Day dress, like
Mhm.
like shirt and like trousers, but no jacket.
No jacket.
Yes.
Or no shirt, just jacket. No, that's just for you.
That's just for me.
Right.
All right. No. Okay. So, all right, darling. Okay, let's just get this together, and then and she like sees butterflies swarming up before they go absolutely crazy. This always happens when I'm around you. Okay, let's just get this ready.
All right. And as the two of you begin to get ready, the camera pans away to the center of a very, very busy city, to the corner of a street where there is this very, very cute cafe. And Unmei, would you mind describing what the cafe looks like?
So it's a very Parisian style cafe. It's like very bustling. There are people coming in and out with to-go orders, but there are also family members, friends, and lovers who haven't seen each other in a while who are finding little tables to sit down and kind of chatter over tea and different types of baked goods. And to the left of the cafe is a little bit of a garden with some like iron tables and chairs, and Unmei's kind of sitting in a corner by herself with a teacup, just watching everything very happily.
And as you're sitting there, you hear the bell on the door ring as Garen walks in. And would you mind describing what he looks like?
Garen is a 5'4" man. He's very well dressed, is in a dark kind of evergreen 3-piece suit with gold lined kind of accessories and detailing on his clothing. His hair is very like maintained and like styled back. It is a very like light golden blonde, and he's got like very bright like bluish green eyes, and he just looks like a happy-go-lucky guy.
And you see he strolls right up to you and kind of gives you like a soft hug kind of from behind as you're sitting in the chair and rests his chin on top of your head. And he goes, "So, how's your day?"
So much better now that you're here. I ordered for you, but they didn't pour it yet because I wanted to keep it warm for you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Are you excited for tonight?
Yeah, I haven't seen everyone in so long, and well, they get to meet you.
Right. I'm kind of nervous. You think they'll like? You think I'm gonna like fit in with them? I know like you all have been through so much together, so I'm kind of new.
Well, I don't know a single person who wouldn't love you. You're literally the embodiment of good luck.
That's fair, but I still have anxiety about it.
Listen, I don't think there would be a better fit for this group.
I mean, besides from you, of course.
I'm only as good as I am because of you.
Let's not discount how amazing you are.
I know, but sometimes I need someone like you to remind me.
Well, I will remind you as many times as you need.
I lean my head back into his, like, the crook between his chin and his neck.
Well, is there anything you think we need to... Do we need to bring things? Are we supposed to bring stuff tonight?
Oh, yes, I was hoping we could maybe go together and pick up some flowers.
Yeah,
I figured
absolutely.
Lily would probably bake something, so...
Mm-hmm. Assuredly. Well, yeah, let's go. Or can you leave the cafe yet? Will your
Um,
staff handle it, or?
they... Okay, so maybe we wait. There's a first date that's happening, and I just don't want them to have any bad luck.
Okay.
We can
And
go
he
once
kind of
they're
like
done.
sits across from you at the table, as the two of you watch this first date happening. And then we're gonna pan from the coffee shop up and away. And Kayla and Sin, would you mind describing what Chrona and Amaris' home looks like?
Kayla, I'm gonna let you take the lead here.
Their house is smaller than their one before. They definitely cut back on the grandeur and extra rooms, and it's very cute. I think it has like a lot of exposed bricks. There's shelves with knickknacks and roses everywhere. I think there's like a ton of like velvet furniture. Like there's definitely like a cohesive theme that amidst like all of the different little decorations and trinkets and items. There's like definitely like a really cute little like elegant look going on beneath it all. There's candles literally lit everywhere, and there's very few mirrors and like reflective surfaces in this one. And I think Amaris sits in the living room lounging in like a silky blush pink robe. Her hair is up in curlers. Her makeup is like halfway done. And there's a bunch of parchments like scattered on the floor around her and papers as she's working on like a flyer for this self-love and confidence like retreat she's been planning for mortals and stuff, and like this whole program to work on self-love, and it's like a therapy program that she's kind of creating. And she's sitting there kind of poring over these, and near the door, kind of like almost covering this like arched doorway, there's a bunch of goodie bags with her friends' names and like an elegant glittery cursive on each that are like super like way too expensive, just random things for everyone. And she just kind of sits there super focused as she's like rewriting parts and like making notes, and kind of is almost losing track of time in a very Amaris like, I don't know, little moment. She's not focusing on getting ready, actually. She's more focused on this retreat.
And where would Chrona be, Sin?
Chrona is probably cleaning up around the house. Probably just doing dishes after having like made breakfast for Amaris. They're just doing a lot of the housekeeping, because they know that Amaris is always someone that supports their dreams. So now that Amaris is super excited about something, they're doing the stuff that Amaris usually does for them when they get like excited with their research.
Okay. And as you finish up the dishes, you come in and you would see Amaris working on these presents. You both know that it's the yearly dinner tonight where all of you get together over at Fringe and Lily's house.
I am gonna walk up behind Amaris and kind of start, knowing that the time is up, start loosely taking like the curlers out of her hair for her while she's working. It's almost time to go.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yes, you're right. I was so focused. I want to get these out to get printed next week, and I just want everything to be perfect. I just want everything to go as planned. And oh wait, what time is it?
You take your time.
Okay, wait, where? I haven't even decided what I'm gonna wear yet.
Oh, I don't know that I did it right. I picked the dresses you usually have when your hair is down. So I picked 3. to maybe help.
Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god. She like reaches up to like grab your hand. You are amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go finish getting ready. I promise I'll clean this up like when we get back tonight or like tomorrow or whenever. Like I'll clean this mess up and put it in my office.
Amaris, I've made much bigger messes. You and I both know this. It's okay.
I think if you'll allow it, she'll just give you a little kissy. A little kiss.
And they'll tilt your chin while you do.
Yeah. And then I think she kisses you like 2 or 3 times. She's like, okay, I have to go. I have to go finish my makeup. Good thing I didn't put my lipstick on yet. And she's gonna saunter away and is gonna go get ready for tonight.
Okay. And as you go and get ready for tonight, Chrona, I'm assuming you do as well.
Yes.
We pan away from this little estate, back over to Lily and Fringe's cottage. You know, in just about like 10-20 minutes time, everyone's going to be arriving. So what are the two of you doing?
I think Fringe has decided on something to wear finally.
Okay.
They come, rather than wearing like their usual kind of white, they're wearing sort of a sort of comfortable green clothes, and the scarf that Lily knitted for them. It's got a bit of a chill outside, so they decided to put it on. And they will have just floated back into the kitchen to see if they can help any more with the baking.
Lily is now dressed with an absolutely stained apron over her dress. It's just battered with flour and milk and egg. My love, did you get the cat? Please. Just where a black cat is currently digging its claws into the threads of her dress where it's beaded at the bottom.
Fringe kind of scoops down, and picks it up and kind of holds it a little awkwardly because they're still getting used to this. Mal, you're not supposed to eat Lily's dress.
He's getting better. He's getting better. He just still thinks that that fabric is food, and that's okay because, you know, we're about to eat, so he's about to eat. He's just mimicking. He's getting better. He's learning.
You kind of carefully put him back down, and like sort of rummage through one of their ears and sort of pluck a feather and chuck it, and Mal goes chasing after the feather.
Lily just kind of approaches Fringe and stands on her tiptoes to cup the side of their face and places her hand at their waist and just kind of rubs a thumb.
You kind of plant their feet on the floor. Is this easier?
It's always easy with you. Don't be silly. I'm happy that we have this. And I'm happy that we have them. And I'm very warm right now.
Would you like me to open a window?
No, I think it's good. I think it's good. I think you look very nice.
You are covered in flour.
I am. I am, and I'm covering you in flour, and you look so nice. Oh my goodness. Takes a step back. I just am burning the croissants is what I'm doing. Immediately plucks them out of the oven, puts the tray down next to the full spread the absolute full spread, the charcuterie board, the veggies she's cut up from their garden, the muffins. I think she just looks to Fringe, straightens out their scarf. You look good.
So do you.
I am covered in flour, but I'm gonna fix that. That means you're gonna have to greet them, but you're good at that now. You're very good at that now. You're getting better every day. And there's nothing you do better than open doors for people. So I'm going to go put on something that does not look like this. I love you. Okay. Pecks them on the lips and goes to change.
Okay.
And
And
they're just gonna stand in front of the door, like just awaiting.
from the group, who would be the first? Who would be early? Yeah. And I think you're presently muted. You're
We would be early.
Yes. So there's a soft rap on the door, Fringe.
It's definitely the. And then she waits. She waits for Fringe to go. Or something like that.
Yeah,
So
they knock back. They do the last two knocks. And
Hi! Oh, you look so lovely. Look at you.
thank you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, you're looking sharp. By the way, I hope you don't mind, but I brought some flowers for like the tables if you'd like. I also brought some honey, and I got some pressed elderflower cider as well.
Everything is appreciated.
Of course. Where do you want me to put these?
They look at the door where Lily's just vanished, and then look at the table. We can put them on the table.
Perfect. I'll do that now.
Okay.
And Ulrusil kind of moves in. He's like, "No, I made a cake. Now I'll put it in the kitchen."
Oh, sweetheart, put the cake
Yes.
in the fridge just in case, like, something happens.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Do you have space in the fridge, Fringe? I don't want to just, like, take up some fridge space.
Their head looks to the door again, to where Lily's vanished. I think so.
Perfect, amazing. Just make some space, darling. And then she goes and puts, like, the cider, like, on the table very, very nicely, neatly. And she goes and, like, Lily, where do you have your vases again? I can't remember. You always seem to change where they are.
Oh, sorry, cabinet, kitchen, down. Oh, I made tea for you too. You can go ahead and grab some.
Oh, thank you. I got some cabinet. Oh, found it. And she goes in. I bought some flowers. And she puts everything like neatly on the table. Be like, oh, I also brought some honey. I'll put it in the cabinet, above where you usually have it, unless you've changed that again too.
No, it's normal. I promise. I'm trying to get better.
No worries. No, it's your house. It's your house, your rules. You can do whatever you want with it, darling. And she goes and puts things away.
Okay.
Oh, so did you have a flower war? Right. Do you want me to sweep this up for you while you get? I'm guessing you're covered in it.
Maybe.
Okay.
It would be appreciated.
I'll go sweep it up. Give me 2
Thank you.
seconds. No worries. That's okay. It's good that you had fun cooking.
Yes, go ahead, Fringe.
I think Fringe is just kind of awkwardly standing there, or like floating in that spot and just like looking at the table and how things have been placed on the table, and they're like, yes, that's good. Yeah, that's where they're supposed to be. And they're just kind of taking that in.
And who would be the next to arrive? Unme and Garen or Amaris and Crona?
I'm trying to decide how much bad luck would make you like not arrive.
Yeah.
I think then they're
later.
late. Amaris and Garen, or not Amaris. Unme and Garen will probably be late. Yeah. So Amaris and Crona would arrive next.
Amaris's arms. She's wearing this gorgeous, it's like a Grecian goddess, all like white gauzy layers, but the top is like all like overlapped and stuff, so it's tight and her hair is down and it's like this super like high split like Chloe's like skirt, and then in her arms, she's like awkwardly moving around Chrona because she's insistent on carrying them all herself. And she just has like these bags on her arms, and she's like, "Can you get, darling? Am I going the right direction? I can't really see."
Yes. Chrona's gonna, like, if she'll allow it, put their hand on her lower back and just kind of guide her towards the door. Chrona less polite than Eva, though. We'll just open the door.
Fringe's head snaps to the door, and then they kind of just immediately relax because they're like, "Oh no, it's just Chrona. Yeah, no, that happens."
And I'm gonna try and hold Amaris' hand to help her step through without dropping anything.
Thank you, darling. It's like this awkward like side.
Do you want me to take those?
Oh yes, yes. I brought gifts for everyone.
they kind of.
Amaris, you've come make gifts. I didn't bring you any gifts.
Oh no, don't worry. I wasn't expecting this. I'm giving because I want to, and as a way to say thank you. Just in remembrance of this day, and I can't help spoiling you guys. It's just like it's my favorite thing to do.
You do this every year.
You do this.
You're still supposed to act surprised. Like you're like I change up what I get you. Okay.
I'm not saying I do not appreciate it.
Right,
I'm
so
just really
next time, everyone, let's get her present as well. Because if this is going to be expected every year, then we should be expecting the unexpected.
I made a cake.
I cannot wait to try it.
I made nothing.
You made sure I got here on time.
You know what that is? That is very admirable.
That
in
is
its
a
own
good
side.
gift.
Mm-hmm. Lily, are you almost ready, darling?
Yes, so sorry. And I think at this point, Lily just immediately sweeps out. She's wearing her typical vest, puff sleeve shirt, skirt, and immediately clocks Chrona, grabs them by the hand, and pulls them into a hug.
Chrona is gonna give Lily like a very deep hug back.
It's good to see you.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Did you cause too much trouble
I
this
see
year?
Fringes. I took a step back. Amaris has been leading.
Good. Proud of you.
She made all the gifts this year.
She did.
proud of
She
you.
did. Hi, Amaris. Oh my.
Yes.
Other arm pulls Amaris into the hug.
Hello.
Yes. Get settled. I'm going to go ahead, take everything out, set the table. Feel free. We don't have to do anything before eating. If something looks good, something smells good, just snack on it. You can go in with your hands. I don't really care. Everyone's sanitary here. I'm gonna
put on music because I think we definitely need that. And she goes and
Yes!
puts on some. She goes
And I'll
and, like,
open
puts on-
wine.
Oh, amazing! I also have some cider on the table, and she goes and puts like a jazz tune, like a proper like upbeat like jazzy stuff. Because I know music.
Lily,
Yes. What is it?
I did make something for you and Fringe.
You didn't have to.
And they give you this like kind of poorly wrapped little like rectangular thing that feels kind of like a picture frame.
Should I open it now, or do you want me to wait?
You can open it now, but it's not as nice as Amaris' gift.
She's opening it now. She has no self-control. She's tearing into the paper as we speak.
It's a picture that Chrona had sketched earlier on, and it's a little picture of you and Fringe sitting together.
Lily grabs Chrona by the face and then drags their head down so that she can kiss them on the forehead. Pats both of their cheeks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't draw at all, so this is really nice. You should give it to them. They might like it too.
I only brought one.
Yeah, but here, look. And then she kind of crumples the paper back over the picture frame and hands it back to Chrona. There. Round 2.
I swivel and make eye contact with Fringe.
Fringe is once again staring at the table now that they've placed out all of Amaris's gifts in the right places. And they're trying to like they're kind of fiddling with one of the plates. It seems like they've made like an extra table setting for Unmei's partner, but they don't know them. So they've placed like very awkward little sort of things on the table to try and make them feel at home. And there's a 3-leaf clover on it because they couldn't find a 4-leaf. So they did their best. But they're trying like kind of awkwardly organizing it, and they just kind of look up.
Chrona puts their hands out. Oh,
sorry, I was just going to say that Eva sees the 3-clover, just looks at it, touches it, and it turns another like leaf grows on it.
Better.
She like gives a little wink as she continues to just dust the flour that's on the floor. Continue, sorry.
Chrona just doesn't say anything, just puts like the little gift towards Fringe.
Fringe takes it, kind of holds it, looks at it. Do you want me to put this in the bin?
If that's where you put these kinds of things.
They're kind of looking at it and they're just kind of seeing crumpled paper, so they think it's supposed to go in the bin.
Oroso leans over and goes,
like it.
Open it. Take the paper off of it, Fringe.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And he goes back to helping Eva cleaning in the kitchen.
Sorry, I didn't know there was something else in there. And they open it up, and they just stare at it. Did you draw this?
Yeah, I was trying to pick up hobbies.
I'm gonna turn around to sort of the fireplace, put it up on the fireplace, and kind of float back a bit and sort of look at it for a moment before turning back to Chrona and very awkwardly kind of giving them a hug.
Chrona gives back the same awkward energy as they go into hug Fringe.
It's a very stiff hug, but you can tell that Fringe is trying. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for having us.
You are always welcome here.
Thanks. I'm gonna go check on Amaris.
Lily, look. And they just point at it.
It's gorgeous. That's the perfect spot for it.
Yes, Kayla.
When Chrona leaves, Amaris just like does like this little like jazzy like saunters up and like reaches out a hand for them to like do a little dancey dance. Will you have this dance?
Always.
Yeah, and I imagine this is like, it's not perfect, but they're just like, Mars has like a glass of wine in one hand, and they're just like with this music that Eva put on. Just has a little dancey moment while they wait for Unmei and partner to come.
And I think at this point, there'd be like a crash outside. You hear the sound of like a horse neighing and then like running off away. And you hear like two voices as Unmei and Garen would be approaching the door next. Unmei, would you knock or would you want Garen to?
I think I would let Garen knock so I don't wreck the door.
So you hear a da-da-da-da-da on the door.
Fringe floats over. I thought that was Eva's thing. Eva, is there two of you?
Sweetheart, it's a universal thing. Don't you worry about it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
they do the last 2 knocks back and open the door.
And you would say Unmei and Garen there.
Hello.
Hi.
Just move out of the way of the door to let you in.
And you would all see this figure being pushed into the room amongst all of you, seeing all of this, and goes, "Hi, everybody.
Hello, hi." And she's I was holding the dusty old cat, by the way.
I'm Garen. It's nice to meet you all.
Hello, you're Unmei's partner, correct?
Yes, as he turns and grabs Unmei's hand and kind of brings Unmei to his side.
Wow, and haven't you
Hi.
been lucky, Unmei?
Yeah.
I like your clothes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
It's a good color.
It is a great color, isn't it? You look fantastic, as he gestures to Fringe.
Fringe's fluffy little wing ears just pop up. Good. And they just turn back to the table.
Wow, this is lovely. This is quite nice. You guys do this every year, huh?
We do. And it's lovely to have an extra person there as well.
Thank you. I'm glad to be included.
And don't worry, I did get you gifts too. I get everybody gifts. It's like Christmas, but I do it, it's just something special. You don't need to feel bad about not getting gifts. I love giving because I can. And it's a way that I show my appreciation. That isn't me buying our friendship, but me showing my appreciation.
She's been to therapy and doing great.
Wow.
And I'm starting my own.
I'm
There
so
are
proud of
pamphlets in
you.
each of your bags of a draft that I've been working on that I would like feedback.
Absolutely. You've got a great group of friends here, Unmei.
Sorry, Colt.
Yeah. The...
Pyramid scheme.
Oh my god, please.
No shame. No shame.
This is Novum's Pyramid Scream MLM.
Stop.
Hey, girl boss.
Feel free to get comfortable. There's a coat rack if you'd like to take your coat off. If you're a coat on kind of guy, you can keep it on. The house is open for you to wander around. We don't really have any secrets or any places you can't go in here if you want to wander, but
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
of course. Oh, I'm Lily, by the way. I didn't do introductions. This is
Oh,
I'm Garen. It's very nice to meet you.
that's the
Nice to
muffins.
meet
That
you.
was the
That
alarm for
The Ulysses like
muffins.
and Unmei, you would obviously walk in as well. You would see your friends.
Hey!
Unmei's also gonna turn to Fringe, who's clearly working on the table, and just hand Fringe the bouquet that she and Garen brought. Mostly alive.
More flowers.
Oh, let me just and the flowers bloom again. And they're fresh.
Oh, I was really hoping you would do that.
It's okay. Sometimes those things happen. I'm getting quite hang of my powers.
They float awkwardly over to the kitchen and just start kind of looking around for something to put them in.
Eva just gets the really big, drinking jug, and I think this is the only thing we can put it in.
You can use the pitcher, my love. Just go ahead and...
Okay. Fills it up with water, and okay. I think that one should be in the middle, because it's the bigger one, so it'll balance the other smaller bouquets. Right there, perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Okay,
Muffins.
Muffins. Garen?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know your... And you see she immediately whips out kind of a pocketbook. Do you have a favorite baked good? I don't have you down yet, and so I didn't know what to make.
Well, lucky enough for you, it's muffins.
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Cool. Okay, awesome. Closes the book.
Yeah, muffins
Sick.
are great.
Muffins, yeah. No, do you have a favorite type of muffin? Just generally muffins?
What type of muffins did you make?
So many, apparently. How many rows?
There's blueberry, there's
Also-
banana, there's apple poppy seed, there's lemon, there's a lot of
Also,
muffins.
didn't you meet Muffin? Whoa, words are hard. I swear we only had one glass. Did you make muffins? I swear I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just so excited that everyone's here and Chrona is alive. My brain is broken. Is this correct? Didn't you make muffins the first time we all met? When the world was first ending?
She did, and you tried
she
to give it
make
to
muffins?
everyone on the big
So
big
isn't that
podium.
so sweet that you like muffins and you're new to the group and it's like we all met and bonded over muffins and now I just want to cry and I've really been working on feeling my feelings and I already did my makeup. Muffins just mean a lot, you know?
I'm crying because there's so much smoke coming out of this oven.
We gotta get this out.
Garen goes, all of those are my favorite type of muffins.
Wow! That's a lot. I'm glad you have so much muffin love in your heart.
And that's so lucky. What a
Right?
coincidence.
Wow.
Crazy. So how many years have you all been doing this every year?
As long as
Lost count, really.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a tradition. Like it's like a holiday basically. You know?
Fringe is pulling a face. Usually they're very good with remembering very specific numbers, but they can't remember a date.
Oh, okay.
It's just always been like this day, and you know it. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as we like meet every time in the same day.
Exactly. And we're all gods, you know, so
What?
And we're all gods.
Gods.
And mate, did you forget to tell your partner this very important detail?
They're all gods?
Yeah, that's how we met, Garen. Like, we're gods.
What do you mean?
You know, you're the god of good luck. I'm the god of bad luck. It's why we work so well.
I need everybody to roll me 2d6.
Oh no!
Oh no. I rolled 2 1s.
I rolled
Double sixes.
double sixes. You're
Double
kidding.
sixes.
Both of us?
That's wild.
7.
Eva, 7. Okay. Kayla?
I was trying to do math. I got an 8.
An 8. So Unmei's the only one who doesn't see this. And the rest of you, besides from Unmei, would see Garen for a moment kind of like if a person could glitch. You know what I mean? If they could kind of like, you kind of see like that, like for a moment, just kind of unnatural head movements and kind of like you hear like kind of nonsense like, of course you're gods. How could I forget? I think it's just, you know, it was maybe the crash outside that rattled my head for just a moment.
Right. Some bad luck for someone who's the god of good luck.
Oh, well, sometimes we balance each other out. We have a lot of good luck some days, a lot of bad luck other days.
Of course. Emma just looks side eyes. Someone else who hopefully is side eyeing.
Yeah, you see
Fringe
Amaris
is
with a very
absolutely
clear
making eye
side eye.
contact.
Yeah, her like brows raise.
Uh-huh. Right, shall we
Eat.
Lily,
Yes.
what are we starting with?
Well, I have a charcuterie board because I figure that's what I've seen mortals usually start with that. So I prepared a charcuterie board, and I think the things are cut correctly, but none of the meat is touching the cheese in case you don't eat meat.
Perfect.
Nothing is contaminated. Yes, I did it.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I think it's your best one yet. And
Thank
she's
you.
just look like I think I need some wine. Amaris,
Yes.
wine?
Already ready.
Perfect. Sippy cup. Perfect.
Fringe
Yes.
is staring at Garrett. Just unmoving. They are not moving.
And as
Fringe-
everyone kind of... Oh, go ahead, Lily.
Oh, no, it's okay. Continue.
No, go for it.
Fringe, my love. Could
They're
you
just, it's almost like they're not there. Like they're not listening to you.
Would you grab Mal? We've had him for so long. I want to make sure he's okay. He's getting up there in years. You're muted. I don't know what's happening. Suddenly I can't hear you.
Do I see the cat anywhere? Is he just kind of like fucked off?
Is this a Matrix glitch with the cat as well?
So who was last holding the cat?
Eva.
Me.
Ever.
Eva. So you realize you don't remember when the cat jumped out of your arms.
Do I have any fur on me? I'm wearing a white dress.
Nope.
And it's a black
none.
cat.
None.
Don't know. She just starts drinking.
Perhaps he went to bed early. He's quite old.
Probably did. Darren, so what do you like to do as a hobby?
Oh, well, a lot of things. I like to paint.
Mm.
I like to paint. I like to do
What kind of painting? Landscapes, people?
landscapes typically. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific spot you like to go to?
Oh, well, there's this really beautiful person who likes to sit inside a cafe, and I like to from the other side of the street paint while they're sitting in the cafe.
Oh, do you have consent from that person to paint them?
And he just kind of like looks over to Unmei.
Oh, that is
Usually-
very cute. That's very romantic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I like to paint.
When did you start painting? Me.
Everybody, roll me another 2d6.
Another 7.
7.
9.
9!
Kayla.
11?
So you would all see him kind of like, once again, you kind of see that kind of like glitch happen, and he goes, "Oh, it's just started."
Mr. DM,
Yes.
as the god of life, what do I sense from Garen? Because I'm connected to everything alive.
That is a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Now that
Because I don't think she wasn't really thinking about it, but now
Right.
like she saw him glitching twice, she's like, spidey senses.
now that you're kind of focused on it, your spidey senses are honing in. You don't sense life from Garen.
Sweetheart, and she just looks at Ulrasil.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me one. I can't sense any life from our new guest. Do you mind seeing if he's dead? Maybe undead? Something like that.
Of course. And you see he kind of he makes it seem like he's like whispering in Eva's ear as he kind of like glances his eyes over to the table. And then he goes, "Yeah, they're dead."
Do they know that?
I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Thank you. Garen, so you like painting and landscapes and such?
Mhm.
When you close your eyes, what was the last thing you saw? Is that something that is as vivid as a painting at a cafe?
When I closed my eyes, last thing I saw last night would have been Unmei when we went to bed, I believe.
She goes close to him and what we discussed with tugging a memory.
Yeah.
She tries to touch him. Is there a memory that comes out?
So as you pull, you see basically like a purple strand be pulled from him. Pull this purple strand from Garen, it kind of turns into what you, Eva, would expect it to be. So whether it is watching Garen die or the evening, from the night before, it kind of shifts and changes as you pull. And as you pull from Garen, you kind of see like you pull away, and instead of it just kind of being this kind of metaphysical like strand, you can see almost like you can see a bunch of strands woven together. It's almost like you like pulled a strand out of like a crocheted blanket.
What the fuck? What the Coraline bullshit is that? Okay, so she does that. She actually does like and she looks at him to like, get back.
I'm sorry?
Get back. Right now. Take five.
Did I do something wrong?
Take 5 steps back right now. I don't know what you are or what you're trying to impersonate.
I'm Garen.
Right. I don't think you are.
And you see like he's got that kind of like big smile on his face. This kind of like happy-go-lucky look that still that like kind of like knitted like hole in the side of his head. That's kind of like now you can see kind of open and it's like darkness inside, like made up of all these purple strands. And then the smile falls and he goes, "Oh, I thought we could keep this going for a little bit longer." And you see as he takes a few steps back, the strands begin to kind of like reassemble themselves. And as he's no longer Garen, you see the scarf appear, the dark gray skin, the pointed ears. As you see the Herald of Dreams begins to manifest in Garen's place. Well, I thought we could keep this dream up a little bit longer, but you all are a bit smart, and manipulating so many gods at once is a bit stressful.
You could say that I've evolved from last time.
Fair enough. Well, what did you all think? I thought this was much more fun than last time.
Somehow it's much more cruel.
Well, I was showing you what could be. What you could have.
If we what?
I mean...
Defeat you, maybe? Yes.
No, if you fell in line.
With what, exactly?
With us. With the plan. We're willing to give you this. You can have this.
At what price? Huh?
Well, we have to fix things. We have to fix the tapestry. We can't leave it undone. That's going to happen.
We are fixing this, and you are the ones in the way.
Novum will continue to be a stain, and will continue to cause issues. Okay? So if we clear it away, you can have this. You can have your little cottages. You can have your yearly dinners. You can have this. Has Fringe told you what'll happen if you do it your way?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that the way that you are manipulating us into some false reality, into trying to convince us on your plan, it's a sick and twisted way of doing it. If you really wanted us on whatever side or whatever plan you have, which is apparently so much better, and I'm furious right now. You think this is the way to convince someone to be on your side? And she can't control her feelings, and things are just starting to shake, and the flowers are starting to die, and she is so mad right now.
She looks over to, I see your hand, Brooke. I'll get to you in just a second. She looks over to Amaris and she gestures to Chrona. Is this not better than the alternative? As she waves her hand and you see Chrona begins to kind of become threads and pull away.
Stop.
And she pulls her hand back together and you see Chrona reassembles.
This isn't...
Brooke.
Excuse me.
Yes.
We haven't formally met. My name is Lilliale. What's yours?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Lilliale. I have heard a lot about you. I am
And your
Selena.
name is? Hi, Selena. Well, you weren't the guest we were expecting, but perhaps you could take a seat at the table.
I'd
She's
love
not
to.
sitting at a table.
Let her sit. She made the table after all.
You see she kind of moves her big cloak so that she can take a seat at the table amongst all of you.
I have a question.
Of course.
Now, what I don't understand is why you insist upon burning this particular part of the tapestry when we've put forward a way to cleanse it. You said you're worried about the stain? Well, we're going to cleanse the stain.
You
Why
don't know
are you
that it'll
insistent?
work. You have the plan of a madman
Yes,
over the
and if it
plan
doesn't
of the
work, then burn it.
Justicar.
Okay, and if it doesn't work, then burn it. But if it works, then it works.
You know at least one of you, if not more, will die in the process of doing this, right?
Yes, and if you burn it all away, multiple might die.
Well,
As of yet, you're trying to kill
you-
all of us.
you will, if you sit back and watch, will give you this, will give you your eternity together.
I'd rather die.
And her eyes just now are focused on Amaris.
Is Chrona's form still there, or is it gone?
She reassembled it after you said please don't. She reassembled Chrona's form.
And
So
is
Chrona's still
Chrona
there.
like frozen?
No. What would Chrona be doing in this moment, Sin?
Can I ask, would Chrona have reacted to Garen like glitching or no?
I think Chrona would. I think so. Yeah.
I think Chrona would be trying to comfort Amaris. Not with words or anything, but just trying to put space between Amaris and Selena and just trying to convey that things will be okay and just looking at Amaris.
You could have them back.
That's not... Amaris, that's not how it works. Don't be tempted into false hope and lies. You're so much stronger than that.
Amaris is gonna look up at Eva. You said we can get them back after we do this, right?
We're going to do our best. I promise you, I will do anything to try and get him back. But this won't be the way. The Chrona in front of you is not real, and I do not think that they will be able to do it at all. It's a sick and twisted little worm on a hook that they're trying to put in front of you, but it is rotten, and it is a lie, and it's not real.
But it
And I need
feels
you
so
to-
real. They feel so real.
So do nightmares. But when you wake up, you'll realize that it was better to be awake than in a state of something that isn't real. Amaris, I need you to trust me. I need you to trust in yourself. Don't let them play on you like this. Whatever they're doing right now is, as she looks at, is cruel and twisted and evil. Chrona wouldn't wouldn't like this. This is not progress.
I think Amaris looks at Chrona.
Chrona is nodding along to what Eva's saying. It's not.
I don't want to say goodbye to you again. You just got you back.
And you'll get me back again. You have our friends.
Okay. And I think in front of her on this space on the table, you see her like scissors, shears in like a little brilliant poof of light, like manifest. And then she's gonna turn and look at this, Harold. So you just want to what?
I'm sorry?
You thought you could just parade us in this little fantasy and it would break us enough to what? Fall in line? Even though we are gods.
How do you think Chrona retained their memories? I couldn't do that for Garen. It's because we have a piece of Chrona, and we can bring him back. Do you have a piece of Chrona that you can use to resurrect them? No.
Yes.
You don't.
I have the
We will
gods of
find-
life and death as friends.
And you see she kind of pushes herself away from the table. And she goes, just to confirm, you're declining our offer. And she kind of she's going to make eye contact with each one of you in turn, and she's going to start with Fringe. Fringe?
Fringe has been silently just kind of watching her. Selena, you know this isn't okay. This isn't better.
It's better than Oblivion. I don't want to have to kill you, Fringe.
Don't make me hurt you.
And she moves her eyes to Lily, and she goes, I'm assuming you're of the same mind as Fringe.
What good would it do you if one of us agreed and the rest didn't?
They get their paradise, and the rest of you don't. The offer's on the table for an individual or the group.
Come back to me.
All right. She moves her eyes to Eva. She goes, I think I know your answer, but...
Go fuck yourself.
All right. And moves to Unmei. Which, Unmei, how have you been since watching Garen dissolve?
Ume's been a little bit shell-shocked and has been a ball on the ground, just kind of holding her head. At the thought of, like, Garen having been alive again, but just not there now, and is actually some herald instead.
Udme, would you like your cafe in Garen?
How do I know you just won't take it away again after?
Because I won't be able to. It will be permanent.
You know, I thought the whole death thing was permanent, and then you made it not permanent, but I don't think I can trust you, because you're lying to me right now. And, like, really, like, I'm trying to stay, like, okay, but, you know, like, this is my luck, and, you know, my luck is just getting to watch people die again. So, you know, I think I'm gonna stay with people who at least make me feel good about people dying around me.
All right. And Lily.
You're insisting on this? Truly?
It is the only way that you make it through this.
And how do you see yourself making any progress, really, through this?
Through what?
Well, what are you actually going to achieve?
We are going to fulfill the Just
No,
Cause
not
will.
we, you. I asked you.
I'm going to do my job.
Is that all you are, a job? That's sad.
Some of us can't skirt our responsibilities to hide in a cottage.
A cottage you
And
made. You made it
Yes.
so beautifully, one must wonder, what do you actually want?
It matters not what I want. It matters what is the will of the world.
Do you want to kill Fringe?
No. I don't.
So you know what you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look at me and tell me what you actually want, and then I'll respond to you. Honestly.
If I don't do this, I'm as
No.
good as dead anyway.
Is that what I asked you?
It matters not what you asked.
Shall I
Lily.
rephrase the question in simpler terms?
Insulting me will get you nowhere.
What do you want?
I want this to be over. I want to go home. And I can't until it's done because she won't let me.
I want to go home too.
And she will kill all of you. Every single one. In the most horrible way she can imagine. And I'm giving you an out.
Why?
That you don't have to, because I don't want you to have to die.
Why?
Because I'm doing a job. I don't enjoy celestial beings fighting celestial beings.
Then why are you serving somebody who will continue to do this time and time again?
How many times do I have to say she will shred me? I will cease to exist. Fringe and I, along with the others, were assigned a job thousands of years ago. And when it's time to fulfill those duties, we fulfill those duties. Otherwise, she'll just kill us and replace us.
Why is Fringe still alive?
Because the rest of us have a bit of sentimental value in us. And then luckily, she wasn't here to really oversee it, but now she will be in days.
What if we could stop her?
You can't.
We could.
Your god's on dying batteries. Maybe if you were at full strength.
Selena, if I can do it, so can you. Just come with us.
You know I can't, Fringe.
Please. Don't make us
At
do
least
this, please.
save yourself. take the deal. Then we both get to live.
Fringe is now looking around the table. I can't. She can't. No, I can't do that. I don't want to lose anyone else.
There could be a spot for you at the table. I let you sit. Do you want that?
You seem scared of the possibility of living your own. Did she twist?
Of course she did. She is stronger than all of us. You were threatening to kill me moments ago.
Did I ever threaten to kill you? I don't recall doing that.
Lily, don't play coy.
I'm not playing coy. Tell me when I threatened to kill you.
You know it's either you all or it's us. And with her not being here yet, I wanted to give you all this opportunity to get away so we don't have to die. So you can have this. And I know what I've done to you in the past is cruel. And I know this is cruel in itself, but at the same time, it's the best that I can do.
You can do better, though. You can make that choice. You have just convinced yourself.
We are gods. We have duties. We have jobs to fulfill. And this was part of ours. And she
We
looks
are
up at
gods,
Fringe.
but we are also independent.
I don't know how I could get away. Can you roll reveal your heart, please? Kayla.
Okay, so what do I have to do for that? Brain.
Roll 2d6. You can spend darkness tokens if you'd like.
9. I think I'm gonna stay with that. 9 is good, right? Between
Your
8 and
heart
10.
reaches there, so you get to choose one. You grow closer, gain a bond with this person. They soothe your heart, clear one condition. You taught them something important, or you gave them hope.
Give them hope. I get to pick 1 or 2.
Yes, 1 with a 9.
Can
So
you
you
just
can
read
go-
them one more time?
Yes. So you can grow closer, you gain a bond. You can soothe their heart. You can teach them something important, or you can give them hope.
I think I want to give them hope.
You see Selena kind of like looks down, her kind of like pure black eyes. You can still see her kind of like her head moves down and she looks down. And she looks at the table. And you see she goes and she reaches for the chair. And she pulls the chair back and away. And she sits down at the table.
Eva goes over and picks up the elderflower cider and pours her a glass.
Thank you.
At least, if we're going to die doing this, then we will die free.
I wish Lyrian saw it that way.
He never will.
No. So, what's the plan?
We eat.
Yes, Lily takes out her pocketbook and she opens a new page. What was your favorite?
I've always dreamed of something sweet. Chocolate.
Well,
Chocolate? Okay.
it's
There's
a
a lot of
dream,
chocolate.
right? Suddenly there's some chocolate in the cupboard, correct? And she goes over to a random cupboard and waits.
And she kind of gestures her hand and she gives you a soft nod.
There we go. Chocolate.
Selena,
Yes.
you can start by apologizing.
Who should I start with?
Eva.
And she like kind of nods softly and she goes, "You're right. You're right." And she like looks over to Eva and she goes, "I'm so and you see this white light begin to pierce through her mouth as you all now blink and there is a figure standing behind Selena with her hand through her back. As you see the herald or the Justicar is standing behind Selena. And you see her slowly lift Selena up into the air as you see the entire scene around you begin to shred. The cottage begins to pull apart. You see the threads beginning to pull. You see Chrona slowly begin to pull away into threads away. And she goes, "You just can't find good help these days." And she closes her fist and you see Selena shred into purple threads. And the whole illusion falls away. As she turns down and goes, "I've been waiting so long to meet all of you." And that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
Oh my god.
Thank you all so much for joining us for Lucky 13, episode 13 of Rapture. I have been your game master, Alec the Bard. I'm going to throw it off to my friends really quick to say goodbye. Toby!
Bye, I'm Toby. I play Fringe. That was... Fuck!
Kayla!
That's me, and I played Amaris at Court of Kayla. How are we... Oh.
Hulda!
Hi, hello. I'm Hulda, a Hobbit's Tale, and I play Eva. And I need a drink, a stiff one. So this continues so I can go to the liquor cabinet as soon as possible.
Brooke!
Hey, I'm Brooke. I play Lily, and I'm just gonna rip that page out with a single word on it. Yep, at Brooke Smart. Go eat some chocolate. Bye, guys.
Sin! Bring us home.
I'm Sin. I played Unmei and very briefly Chrona. I'm sensationally not me, but that's not how I feel. Bye.
Thank you all so much. We will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.